Good morning, everyone. Welcome from a lovely, cloudy Kloof. It's lovely weather compared to yesterday. It was very, very hot. So let's just hear how Nikki has been doing. How are you?
Oh, just been very, very busy with work and spent the whole day painting a house yesterday. Yeah.
Is it nearing the end now?
Every time I think that, no. So I rather don't answer that question anymore.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
we leave it open.
Was the next evolution?
We leave it to the universe at this point because I have no control over the situation. But otherwise fine. Nice to be back. Missed last week.
Go. Welcome back. Barbara.
No, I've had a very good week. I love this weather. Went for a long walk this morning, feeling great. Yeah, I'm absolutely fine. Thank you.
Wonderful. Glad to hear. And Beryl.
Yeah, my week's been an up and down week sort of thing. Fiona gave us that manifestation meditation, and then she asked for some feedback, and the only thing I could come up with at that time was whoever you are seeking is seeking you. And I thought, oh, okay, so what? That's not much of a feedback. But in the night or early hours of the morning, it expanded, and it came as whatever you are seeking is seeking you. So I thought, okay, what am I really seeking? And there were many things, but the one thing I was seeking was good health. And I thought, okay, if good health is seeking me, I'm seeking it. And suddenly good health appeared on the scene. And we were able to shake hands, and I knew that this was something I had been seeking for some time. So that was a good expansion on manifestation, because it comes in so many different forms. So that was tremendous. And so to me, this was a huge step forward in that manifestation is not always money or whatever. It comes in so many forms, and we just have to recognize it, that it was always there, but although we wanted it, we didn't want it, if you know what I'm trying to say. We pushed it aside. So I was glad to be able to shake hands with it and move forward. So that's been my week, and part of it.
And the best part of her week is, in last week's meditation, or the week before, Beryl said, if you can manifest, if she has this manifesting ability, she's going to manifest peace. And this week...
Oh, yes. I had started a care group many years ago, having since stepped away from it. But we decided with the care group, what we would do is we would help people in the park and staff of the park. And so this idea grew, and we have been able to help many, many people. And then I stepped aside because I wasn't so well anymore. And there was this misconception that I was still part of the group. So I wrote a letter and explained that I was no longer part of the group, but that my friend was still carrying it on. And this lady decided to send me a WhatsApp saying, although it was such a good idea, she had forwarded my letter to SARS because we weren't paying tax and we were misappropriating the money and you name it, what she was accusing us of. And so I had to take legal advice from a friend, and he eventually, after him getting 17 emails from her in one day, complaining about us and what we had done and goodness knows what.
She wanted to know where the money that she spent in buying products she wanted to know where that has gone. And Beryl said in all the years, 1 year she bought something for 20 rand and one time for 50 rand. So it was like, and it's like she wants to be now. What happened to that money? Because
in any case, she was also saying that the food that we were getting cooked by various people to feed people who didn't have wasn't fit for the dogs, and it was horrific. So anyway, I decided I wasn't going to get involved in it because it became a huge war. It was a war against her by this one and that one and the next one. And so I decided I would light candles, but these were magic candles that if you blew them out, they just stood up again and relit, rather like these birthday candles. And I put rows of candles from all roads leading to her house, candles of love and rose quartz, and every time I passed her house, I sent her love. I was not getting involved in the war. Anyway, our lawyer friend sent her a letter saying that he'd gone through our books, and this is why we could say exactly when she had bought and everything else. And he decided that he would do everything for nothing because it was time somebody did good for people who were trying to be good. And she was pleased to keep out of it. And the next thing, we got a letter from her saying a whole lot in Polish, and then translated, it was, "Greetings, let there be peace." And so sending love does more than
meeting them at war.
Yes. And I no longer want to be at war with anyone. As Crown says, send love and peace, and it does more good than going to war with everybody. So that was a huge step for me.
So the lady was not interested in peace at all. It was just all false accusations and bombarding lots of negative energy, but it wasn't received and it wasn't thrown back. So there was no name calling from this side or anything, but practicing the principles and staying steadfast of the outcome that I want is peace. And it actually got worse before it got better. As things sometimes go, it's like it gets worse before it gets better. But I'm glad that you've manifested the peace that you were seeking. And good on you.
Yes, and I met up with another situation yesterday, and I just realized that this is what I've got to do, is just send peace.
Yes.
Not get involved in any, because until we have manifested it over and over again, it will keep coming up until it's cleared.
Well done. Well done, Beryl. Good for you.
I wonder I was so proud yesterday.
Yeah. My week has been good. It was a manifesting week, so it's and I'm going to tell just the little story because so on Tuesday I got the wellness group the conference at opening at 11 o'clock, and they asked me, do I want to talk then? I said yes, because I know, as I tell Beryl, it's like spirit is very much in control of my business. My responsibility is to say yes. They pull strings, they organize stuff. All I need to do is say yes. So I said yes. Then I told Beryl, it's like, I've got no cooking clue what I'm going to talk about. I had no idea. I said, I can talk about a myriad of things, but I don't know what people want to talk about or want to hear. So on Wednesday, I was sending out the stuff from the previous week, and the one lady said, no, she doesn't want this stuff. Haven't I done the 11:11 meditation? Or isn't there one? And I thought, no, but I can record one and then put one out. So I did the 11:11 manifestation, portal manifestation meditation, and I sent that out. And I think within 24 hours, 28 people watched it. And I thought, oh, wow, is this what people want to hear? I don't know it all. I wing it at times. In any case, so the one lady that I sent it out to, her comment was something, but will this be enough? And then I realized, oh, it's a spirit talking to me. It's like they can't just do the meditation. They need to actually also understand the manifestation principles and their role that they play in it in blocking it. So that, oh, okay. So people want to hear about that. Okay. So that was sort of on the Wednesday. The Thursday, I got to understand, okay, this is now more or less what Spirit wants me to talk about. And then I was pondering, and I asked Beryl for some feedback. So on Friday, Beryl came and we hashed it out, what's all the things that we've learned from it. And I made notes, and then I slept on it. And I wasn't sure how I'm going to present it or talk about it. And then on Saturday morning, I realized, oh, years ago, I did some workshops on that. Maybe I might just go back to the notes. Oh, these are quite good notes. Okay. So at 10 o'clock, my talk was at 11 o'clock. At 10 o'clock, I was doing the PowerPoint presentation. Totally cool, calm, collected. Did the bullet points as Spirit guided me. By 10 o'clock, it was ready, and it was just a few slides, and I thought, okay, this is, I don't know how long this is going to last, because when I quickly went through it, it takes me 10 minutes, and I thought, okay, I just need to elaborate on that. And it was spot on, 40 minutes, session done, dusted, went down well, and I could share that, and I thought, that is a typical example of manifestation, because it's like wanting to, setting the intent in myself for wanting a platform, wanting to spread the message, wanting to get teachings out there, wanting to reach a greater audience, wanting to do all this, but it's sort of it's like in the background the intents that I've set. And then Spirit just goes and pulls strings to manifest that. But when you see it in action, it's quite something. And it's like the first day that I told Beryl, okay, I've got no cooking clue what I'm going to talk about. She said, no, Spirit never gives you half a message. It's like you already have the message. You just have to figure out what is the message that you already have. What is it that you're going to share? But for me, it's nice in the way that I've built a solid foundation in the relationship with Spirit, and I totally trust. In the whole process, I didn't go, or got rattled or anything. It's like, okay, I'm going at this pace. As you said, sometimes we're on a need-to-know basis with Spirit. Not every moment apparently is a need to know. So it was just fascinating on how it unfolded, and just to see it in action for myself, especially talking about that. So it was quite something. But
what I get from that is setting the intent and then letting it go.
yes.
And it's the letting it go that's so hard. To just let it go and let God.
Yes.
And, man, I've got to be in control all the time.
That is exactly one of the points that I mentioned. It's like, where do we try to control and micromanage spirit on its job?
It's true. Hey, who do we think we are that we can do that? Okay.
And you know, when something, like when we got this letter saying, greetings, let there be peace, the peace came for me and it's gone out. If Fiona hadn't have mentioned it now, it's gone.
Yeah.
And that's when the healing is really there, is when it's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I say something?
Yes, please.
I just want to say how it really resonated with me, Beryl, what you said about what you are seeking is actually seeking you. I mean, that makes so much sense to me. And it is, in fact, actually the whole theme, I think, of manifestation, isn't it?
Mm.
So, yeah, wonderful. Thank you.
And funny enough, at the time, I thought, what a stupid feedback to give Fiona. It didn't make any sense, but obviously it's made...
No, resonated with me perfectly. Thank you.
So sometimes we don't realize it, or we don't think it because we can't see it here now. But it's like if we stop and release everything that is here that's preventing us and say, okay, so come on. I'm ready to meet you. I'm ready to meet all those things that, it's if you get it, it's such a beautiful, beautiful thing. So I asked Beryl today to bring us some oracle cards because I went through mine for a couple of times, so I wanted something new. So the messages that we are drawing from is, I must always figure out how I hold it. I can never hold it straight. But it's any case, it's the daily guidance from the angels. Now I connected with our group and I asked, okay, so what messages are there for us? And the first one is grounding ourselves. And today is a new moon. So the new moon is the appropriate time to plant those seeds that we want to manifest. So because it's an empty slate, it's a clear, so we can plant that. So for me, I'm not going to read the messages because I feel that today I need to read the energy of the cards associated with where we are. So it's an angel standing in a garden with beautiful flowers and butterflies, and she's just planting the seeds of all that she wants to manifest. Grounding that energies in, anchoring them, setting the intent, setting the, I don't know what other words to use to describe it, but it's like it's to ground ourselves and our intent and what we would like to manifest, to make sure that they can get grow roots and we can water them and they can happen. Okay. The next card for our group is entrepreneurship, entrepreneur, and it's the angel who's got a what is a kachel? What is a fakkel? Torch.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Lighting a
torch.
Yeah. There's lots of people behind at the back also with flame.
That's another message straight for me.
Yes. See how many are holding the light there.
Yeah.
They are at the mountain. So again, outside, so it's lighting that fire, fueling our own. So first, because it's Diwali, so it's the festival of lights. So it is lighting our own fires and fueling our own fires so that it can't go out. And at the behind there, you'll see lots of men that's got also light. So because our light lights up other people's, and we need to feel what we are passionate about. But the entrepreneur card said that there's something, and we've been having this manifestation talk yesterday about how you can apply yourself, what you can do for money. So sometimes if you want to manifest more income or a flow of that, so okay, what can you do? Sometimes we just stay ourselves blindly in what we can't do, and we don't look at the solutions of, so what can I do? And just diligently do that. I feel like in my life it was just, I want to say I can go the long haul. I just persistently, consistently do certain things in that direction. And sometimes it feels like I take 10 steps forward, but then the spirit takes 100 steps forward. When I go in that direction, the spirit always meets me. It's never a one-way street. It's just all that I've done. It's there's been a lot of support on the other side, but it's like to just see what it is that we can do for ourselves to fill our coffertjes. No, Beryl? And then the third message for us is energy work. And it is in our manifestations of what we'd like to do, to see if there's any energy clearing work that we need to do on ourselves or for ourselves or with others, so that we can just clear the way, that manifestations are not throttled by the weeds, by the things of self-doubt or self-sabotage or self-worth issues or anything like that. So it's to give yourself the energy, and then to give your manifestations pure energy and not negative energies. So those are our manifestation messages from the angels for today. Resonate with you? Talking to you?
Yeah,
they all
definitely.
resonate with me. Sorry, Barbara.
The entrepreneur one you're talking about, Fiona, definitely resonated with me. Not that I'm particularly entrepreneurial, but we have had a few sort of financial setbacks, obviously due to COVID and various things. And we really got ourselves sort of stuck in a bit of a jam at the moment. And I was just panicking. For a whole week, I've been panicking about this. Well, not a whole week, up until Friday. And then on Friday morning, I realized that if I do something, anything to make this better, it will start to get better.
Yeah.
And it has. I mean, I started doing little things which I didn't think would work, and they've all worked. There were about 4 things. And just the fact that those little things have worked, it wasn't nearly enough, but just the fact that they have worked has changed my whole perspective on the situation. And I'm no longer panicked, and I know that we're going to get out of this in a couple of months and it's all going to be fine. So that's what I got from that entrepreneurial card, about doing what you can.
Yes.
And then, as you said, spirit does the rest. So that was a wonderful, wonderful message. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
I think, Barbara, we need to remember that it's not, we are not alone, is the word I'm trying, it's not quite the word I want to use. We always think it's only me that's got to do the work. But once we let it go, and as Fiona was saying, spirit will always meet you more than halfway. It's just a fact of saying, I need your help. Will you show me the way? I think this is what we've got to do. And then know that it is so, not give it out and take it back.
The universe applauds the action. It's just do something, and then you can tweak and change and adjust along the way, but you can't. It's like there was a meme on Facebook this week, and it was a little girl. She's planted a flower and she's on her knees and she's praying and she says, okay, God, please water this, please make this grow. And they said that's sort of religion, and spirituality is the lady in her clothes are watering the plant, and the plant is flourishing, but she's taking the action, she's taking the steps, and that is what's needed.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
So well done.
Thanks.
Nikki, you wanted to say something?
Oh, no, I was just going to say that, yes, they resonate for me. I can't quite articulate why, but they do. They resonate for me now.
Cool. All righty. And I'll speak for Mickey, and it's resonating with her as well. Okay. So then we're getting on to our reading. And we're still busy with the great human potential, and we're still busy with the love of your life is you. And it is the energy of that which is you are seeking is seeking you. So we, and last week we spoke about that women's value is either being a wife or a mother, or that is traditionally where women would place their value, and if they haven't had those experiences, there will be judgments against self, or criticisms against self, or anything like that. But it's not, because that is not what gives you value. You are valuable just for who you are. But I want to say it's a collective conditioning that a perfect family looks like husband, wife, 2.5 children, living in a white picket fence, and that is now what a successful family looks like. Can't just be you on your own. It can't just be you with your husband. It can't just be this. It has to look a certain way. Then it's now comes like perfect and worthy and whatever. And it's not like that. So not all of us have had experiences like that. So it is to heal those parts that has this mistakenly thinking, be it the collective, and the husband's or the male worth problems is linked to money. So if money goes down, money is withdrawn, and money is quiet, then they go into a rattle, because their worth is attached to the money, and if there's no money, they don't have any worth. But it's like they do. They're the one that has created the money. So that it's for them to strengthen their own inner worth, having gone through a bumpy ride or touch and go with that. And it's something that we discussed this week. It's like, if you watch those hero movies, superhero movies, then it's this little boy that figures out, no, if he puts on this ring, or if he wears this crystal, or if he has this cloak or this suit, then he's a superhero, and then he can fly, and then he can do this, and then he can do that, and all that. And then the movie usually ends by that whatever gave him the power is taken away, and the wisdom that comes is, no, but the power has been with you all the time. It's not the ring that gave you the power. It's not the suit that gave you the power, or the cloak, or the crystal, or the whatever. It's you, the power. You have that inherent inside of you. And it's the same with, and then they when they beat the baddie, whoever the baddie is, without that. And it's that is what we need to realize. It's like whatever we've given power away to, or felt has got the worth, and we don't, or whatever. It's all within us. It's not the job that made you worthy. It's not the salary that made you worthy. It's not the circumstances that made you worthy. You are worthy. So if the things are taken away, it's to regain that, so that you can stand fully in your power, and then sort of be in communion with spirit, and taking those right steps forward and action steps when it is called for, because there's a lot of accolades to that. So we're talking about self-love. Self-love is something that you already carry within you. Like sometimes we think we have to work towards self-love, but it's always within us. It's we might not be looking there, but it's enough time for us to look within, find it, and let it grow. It is not something that you have to achieve, but rather you simply dissolve the illusory programs and filters that prevent you from experiencing more of that self-love. And there's so much in that sentence, because it's our illusionary programs and the filters that prevent us from seeing that there is just self-love. So it's and that's I guess what the energy clearing work card is about. Just clearing those illusionary programs and filters that prevent us from seeing our manifestations, and prevent us from seeing our own love and our own worth and our own strength and our own courage and our own whatever. The reflections that you receive through your relationships in the world will show you what programs still need to be integrated. Life remains real. It's like, I'm just laughing at Beryl, because after facing the one obstacle, then they throw another obstacle. It's like, okay, you've mastered it in this area of your life now. Now we give it a little bit more personal, and we put it in another area. Can you now copy and paste and master this one now?
But at least it stops me from sleeping my days away.
Yeah.
Keeps me working.
No, so it's a next level integration, you see. Okay. We can tell you what self-love looks like in the physical body. Radiant health. If you are giving yourself self-love, you are giving yourself source energy. Your cells are able to maintain health and vitality because they are receiving high frequency energy. The physical body is created by the energetic template. So any ailment in the physical body is a reflection of a lower frequency in your energetic template. Check in at your emotional level. If you are feeling any lower emotions like anxiety, depression, anger, and fear, there is a lack of self-love going on. At the mental level, if your inner critic is expressing any negative thoughts like, I am not good enough, or I don't deserve this, that is the opposite of loving self. You are not accessing the self-love that is contained in you. For the last 25 years, you have been told that it is time to reawaken. Well, we would like to help you with the practice of reawakening. It is something that you have to keep doing on a day-to-day basis, hour by hour, minute by minute, and eventually moment by moment. This is your focus for this year and on. Many of you will find excuses not to practice, often pretending that you are too busy. Are you really too busy to love yourself? Knowing the theory is one thing, but practicing and implementing it into the moment-to-moment reality is another. Practice simply means being aware at any given moment of where you are vibrating at the mental, emotional, or physical levels, and making adjustments, releasing judgments, and allowing more love to flow. Maintaining frequency is another aspect of creation that we have not yet discussed. You see, when you pulse out frequency, you must be vibrating at the same rate in order to receive it in physical form. And that's something that we spoke about this week as well, is whatever work we do on the spiritual inside of us in meditation, what we change on the inside, there's always a physical manifestation on the outside. It's always followed by something that you can see that's tangible. So I'm going to say the woohoo work, the work that is just in our minds, just in the spirit, just that what we do with source, just in our meditations, it is so powerful. It's the most powerful thing that we can do. I'm going to say our imaginary work is so much more powerful than other work. Yes, we have to do the physical actions, but it's like, so you see, when you pulse out frequency, you must be vibrating at the same rate in order to receive it in the physical form. And that's why it's so important to raise your frequency. And that's why one of the cards was do the energy work so that your levels is up there again in whatever way, shape or form you are drawn to. Be it meditations, be it Tai Chi, be it, you just need to shift the energy. And that is another topic that I can talk about, energy, because when I started learning about energy, and that was sort of around about 2007, I realized how big the topic on energy is, because everything is energy. We are energy. Our manifestations are energy. There's so much that we need to understand about that energy. Our thoughts has energy. Our words has energy. Our feelings has energy. So, and that's why I love change. When things get stagnant, I become restless. But in my environment, I will move things around because I know I need to move the energy around. So if there's no physical manifestation, then sometimes I just move the energy and I move things in different places and I bring more light in. Physical light, meaning drawing, opening up curtains, opening up the windows, burning incense. So when I change the energy, there's always a flow again, a flow of clients, flow of things. But we need to look at where can we change the energy. Because if you change the energy, what you change on the outside, it actually makes you feel better on the inside and you feel more, you can feel it. And then it has an effect on the other things that you want to manifest. You can't pulse out high frequency and receive it when you are vibrating at a lower rate. You must be at the same vibrational rate. They both have to be aligned. If they are, you are going to receive what you are asking for. If you find that what you requested isn't showing up, have appreciation for what is. Consider it a gift. What is, and that's something that I spoke about yesterday also on the, how manifestation works. So sometimes a blessing in disguise when you don't get what you want. Okay, what is directly in front of you shows you your conscious and subconscious programs. As you integrate these, they can elevate your frequency to match that which you seek to create. In order to change where you are, you have to accept where you are. So if you keep pushing away that thing that you don't want, what you are doing in reality is charging yourself to it, and it is. It's like energy flows where attention goes. It's like if your attention is on what you don't want, you're going to charge right into it. So you have to change your attention. This is so true. Seen it over and over again.
Yeah, don't choose the war.
Yes,
choose the peace.
And then you run into peace. Even though there's not peace, you create the peace, and then the peace meets you.
Yeah.
Peace was just looking for you.
Mm.
The illusory state of that there's war was momentarily experienced, but you didn't fall for it. You passed it with flying colors. When you open up, acknowledge that lower frequency without pushing it away, and have appreciation for it. You neutralize the charge. You are no longer playing the game of victor-persecutor. Once you do that, the issue is dissolved. Signed, sealed, delivered. It's proven. So the next section on this is to do with relationships. Many of you have chosen to awaken at this time, have decided not to be in a long-term relationship for a number of reasons. For many, it was important for you to find your identity and be clear about your own energy. Thus, you placed your focus on self. Had you been in a relationship, the dynamic would have been very different. And if I reflect back, I can totally agree, because I tend to focus more on the other than myself, and I had to be more in myself so that I can really solidify who I am, what I'm here to do, so I'm not influenced by others. Following a traditional path, you make it easier to plug into mass consciousness and all about the beliefs that come with that. As you increase your frequency, some of the programming around isolation and avoidance of intimate relationship is coming to an end. With the upshift of the energies following 2012, contracts of that nature have changed as you activate your 5D programs. It will be vital to work on self-love in order to experience the kind of deep, meaningful relationships you seek. To create a relationship that stems from the higher consciousness perspective, you have to work on the integration of the masculine and feminine within you. Again, this requires you to first and foremost establish a connection with self. You have no choice. Those in the external reality are simply there to add to your physical experience. They don't complete it. They don't define it. The connection that you are seeking is with source energy. And to experience that, you have to connect with self first.
That's what you're seeking, or you seeking, is source energy.
Yes.
So we need to.
Yes.
Totally.
Yes.
Thank you. That spoke to me.
Good. Generally speaking, in an intimate relationship, you are more open, and that openness and willingness to feel love brings you closer to source energy. That amazing sense of bliss and love that you feel is not there because of the other person. It is coming from you. How's that for a mind bender?
Read it again.
This is an important one. So I'm going to start the paragraph again. Generally speaking, in an intimate relationship, you are more open, and that openness and willingness to feel love brings you closer to source energy. Then it says, that amazing sense of bliss and love that you feel is not because of the other person, it is coming from you.
We have to now learn that we are complete. We do not need someone else to complete us.
I've learned that. But
Yes.
for now I really know that. There was a wishing to know and be that touch and go on that energy, but it's now definitely there.
We are complete.
And what I've realized is I like my energy. It might sound funny, but it's like in the past I would like the other's energy, but this makes sense to me that was me sending them that energy and it bouncing back. I thought they were the source of that energy, but it was my energy. It's like if I look at certain of the relationships, I like the energy that comes from me, the love that comes from me. I love my love. And there is love for self and there is love, but I mistakenly misidentified it as coming from them and not actually from me.
Yeah, that the mistaken belief is that somebody else can make us whole.
Yes, or make us feel loved. And the love, we are loved. Yes. Okay. You're feeling more of what source energy is. And it happened because you're willing to open. So the key is to open up. Barbara, did you want to say anything?
No, just on the relationships. I just wanted to share a thought that I had this week, actually. You know how often I say to you, I don't know who I am. I'd love to know who I really am. And actually, this week, I was reading a book by Edgar Cayce, and it was very difficult to understand. But I realized while I was reading it that I am everybody around me. In other words, all aspects of the people around me are who I am. They make up who I am. So if somebody is irritating me, it is an irritating aspect of my personality that's reflecting back at me. So I'm actually a combination of the different reflections, if you like, coming back at me. And I know that it's something that people have been saying, but I never really got it until this week. So, and then the other thought I had was about, also from the same book, and it wasn't a thought of my own, it was something came in the book, about how constant irritation, how sometimes you are forced to be in an irritating situation, how the analogy was an oyster and a grain of sand, and how the constant irritation of the oyster and the sand produces the pearl. And that also made a lot of sense to me. So yeah, those are my two relationship thoughts for the week. Thanks.
That irritation, but it's quite an interesting one to voice now. It's important.
Yeah.
We don't always see the pearl while that grain of sand is irritating the oyster.
Exactly.
And I got something out of this too, is that I saw the irritation in someone yesterday, and as you say, it's an irritation that we've often seen in ourselves.
Yeah.
But yesterday I was able to walk away from it without getting so entangled in it. And so, yes, the pearl of great prices in that. Thank you, Barbara.
Okay.
There's a valuable lesson in it, and when we hold on to that imagery, it's okay. So there is a benefit, because there is always a benefit in what we go through, but we don't see it then, and we gain benefits from going through stuff, and then when we see others going through it, we want to prevent them from going through it. Oh, shame, they're experiencing irritation. How can we save them from the irritation? Then you are robbing them from the pearl, because it's a pearl of wisdom that they have to learn through that.
Yeah.
There's more lessons learned today than,
Yes.
than yesterday. Thank you, Barbara.
Thank you.
Okay.
The lovely part about this, we can share so much.
Yes.
And it helps us all grow.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the whole point. Yeah.
But when that relationship ends, you think that you will never experience that sense of bliss again. Is it possible through self-love and openness to receive? Can you experience that feeling of bliss without a partner? Absolutely. And I've said it many times, it's like I get myself to being in love without another. Because you can be in love, you can choose to be in love. We always thought that it is invoked through another, but it's like earlier on, I would get myself to feeling in love, to being in that vibration of love, and then there's no one around me. But then I will drop out of it again, and then I'll go back to it again and drop out of it again. But it feels like I'm more often there than not. And it's such a nice feeling that it's, when I said not externally generated, because when you place that responsibility on another, oh, I don't feel in love anymore. It's like, now, through what hoops are you going to jump to make me feel loved? Then it comes and goes, and you don't keep it, contain it. It's like you can be there, and others can feel that energy from you, but it ultimately is generated from self, and it's such a valuable lesson to know. You will feel it not only towards another person in partnership, but towards everyone and everything, and that is it's like I really love everyone that I come in contact with, because I can see the God particle in them, and if that wakes up and that starts, that light gets ignited again, it's such a beautiful experience. There's no limit to, and even in my relationships, the experiences that I had, I don't have a type or a look or a personality even, or whatever. It's like I've realized that I could love anything and everything. So for me, loving comes very easily. So yes, it's just as Beryl said, it's like sowing the seeds of love, strewing it on the path to everyone, our adversaries, our friends. It's like when you do that, meets you again. That energy meets you.
And the other thing that's just struck me too, the person who is irritating you is loved by God or Source, the same as you are loved. So there's no judgment from Source, there's only judgment from you. And that is another thing that's come over the last few days. They are loved by Source the same as you are, and it's only you making the judgments. That's a lesson I've just learned.
Our purpose is to help you find that self-love. Start by writing a letter about what you appreciate about yourself. That's an interesting one. Your qualities and your kindnesses. Would you be afraid to tell someone you love that you think what you think about them? So why not do it for yourself? Now, take your qualities or the appreciation for those qualities and focus on them. Those qualities are in your energy field, and when you show more appreciation for them, it will help you create more of these qualities in your life. So that's a valuable exercise that one can do, because in the past, my worthiness was attached to something else, and I always I started off with the programming of felt not good enough, not worthy, all that, and I thought the only thing that I do well is love, but I added no value to the love that I give or the person that I am or the energy that I have, because we don't get taught that way, so we don't appreciate that. But as things fallen away and was removed and was let go of, that was all that was left. And I can remember the day when I realized, oh wow, my love is special. The way I interact with people is special. My energy is special. It's not more special than anybody else, but having, I'm going to say, self-value for that, seeing as something that is valuable, because we don't always see our value. We think a value must be attached to stuff, and it's but seeing it within. So although in the book you saw that you are a reflection of everyone else, and he was speaking about the irritations and stuff, Barbara, it's also to focus on, but the good that you see in them and the abilities that you see in them is actually also within you. It's to recognizing the good. It's like my mom and dad was a dynamic team when they were together. My dad would have certain ideas. My mom will follow through with action. And together there was like alchemy, and they just created, they made millions. When they parted, my dad said, no, because he knew my mom had this ability. So he said, no, I'm going to keep it all, and you go on your own. She struggled to get up on her feet again, and she had ups and downs, but I know she will get there again. So sometimes we think what the other has, we don't, but we have that, and it's to foster that within us so that we can, I want to say, rise to the occasion. So there's a lot of good within you that you just need to start acknowledging, seeing your own alchemy abilities, creating change, making something out of nothing. You just have to feel them in your body instead of having your inner critics tell you that you are not good enough and you are not lovable or not smart enough. But when you stop and focus your energy on what you appreciate, you will get more of these things in your life. Most importantly, your inner critic will have less time to give you those negative thoughts. Fantastic. Quiet. What will happen after a week of this? Your interactions with other people will be vastly different because, once again, they will be a reflection of your loving self. For example, if one of the qualities that you focus on is peacefulness, you will find that people will say things like, I feel so peaceful and calm when I'm in your presence. Or if someone is very agitated, when he comes in contact with your energy, he will become more peaceful. If one of your qualities is being a loving person, then what you will see is more opportunities for being loving and you will have people come into your field that will also be more loving, because that is where your focus is. So can you just grasp the importance of what are you focusing on? The good juiciness, the powerfulness, the lovingness, what is it that you want to express from yourself, vibrate from yourself? Because that is going to meet you. It's looking for you. Like when we truly get it, we can see the reason why things happen in our lives. Everything that I talk about is designed to do self-reflection. Because when you do, you say, and it gives you your own aha moments. What you are inviting you do is to work the 5D way instead of the 3D way. There is a part of the human mind that will not realize until a conscious awareness is present. Once you have that, you can let go if you choose. That is the part of the construct of the game that you have set up for yourself. That is the 3D model. The 5D model of creation is alignment with frequency. So by working with the 5D model, you are simply realigning yourself with the essence of what you want. That is the part of what you are guiding you towards by pulling out those qualities that you want and that you appreciate in yourself. This will help you put less attention on things you don't want. You are now able, because you have elevated your frequency, to activate your inner technology of 5D creation. We are going to walk you through the inner technology of this creation. Number one, first, think about something that you would like to create. And it's a perfect time with this new moon and 11/11 energies and the lucky Friday the 13th. This is the most opportune time to discuss this. So I'm very glad that it's here now. Then, second, now, what is the essence of that which you like to create? What is the frequency of that? Meaning, what does it represent vibrationally? Freedom, joy, excitement, stability. Then, what we'd like you to do is imagine yourself aligning with the frequency in your physical body. You don't have to think when or where. Just be in alignment with the essence of what you want. This model of creation is much easier because you are working with frequency and not a mental image of the form. Remember, you are a vibrational being. In 5D, you are simply removing the mental component. So, if you want to create change in your life, what we say to start here with a love letter to yourself and see what happens. We challenge you to do this for the next 7 days by spending 10 minutes every morning writing yourself a new love letter. Then focus on the frequency of the quality that you have written in that love letter. If there is a resistance, then go back to the 3D model of visualizing the form. If you find that you don't want to write a love letter, ask yourself, why are you resisting it? To keep safe from accessing more of your power and more of your love, it's a control issue. Noting the source of your resistance will show you what lower frequency programs you are still running. The natural flow of all things is towards source, the source of all that is. So if something is difficult, there is a resistance. If you are in divine flow, it is easy, easy, easy. And that's something that we spoke about yesterday or on Friday about manifestation, and you wanting to fill this well, and then saying no, but there's all these obstacles, and then we said no, but water follows the path of least resistance.
And I've been working on that. It's quite amazing.
Oh wow, awesome. So it's like we have to just get into the flow in communion with Source, and allow Source to flow to us, knowing that we are worthy and flowing with the energies, and not create the resistance. And if there's a resistance, then we just, like water, we just go around it. We don't have to face it. We don't have to slam it down. We don't have to. We just go around it.
And it flows gently.
Gently.
Yes.
Yes. It's to see, are you flowing or wanting to control where this water is going? Because it's going to go where it's going. So when you're in the flow of it, you can appreciate it, and you can steer it more or less to that frequency that you want. If it is stability, because I've been calling for some stability, although I like change. Too much of a good thing is also not a good thing. Sometimes you want stability as well. So, but as you become stronger, you are more secure within yourself, and then you are more secure in your offerings, in the energy that you bring to the world, and you see it actually in the response from the people. I can see it over and over. So I can highly recommend that. But I like this writing yourself a love letter, and I think I'm definitely going to do this week.
I found, now we're going back some time, and Barbara will remember, at one time, Crown was always telling us how magnificent we were. And I could not say, I am magnificent. I just could not say it. And eventually, I could say it to myself very softly. And then eventually I could say it to some people. But then it was always, I am magnificent, loved by God. And afterwards, after a very long time, it was fine that God loved this magnificent creature. But eventually I could say, I am magnificent, loved by me. And now I could write a letter to myself, but before I would never have written a letter, not a chance in hell.
Anybody would like to add, what are they taking away from today's satsang about?
Yeah, just one more thing about the self-love. I think also to sit and make a list of the things you like about yourself is also valuable, as I suggested, because, you know, if you write something positive about yourself, you will immediately pick up whether or not that's how you really feel about yourself, or if it isn't really what you think about yourself, and then you can sort of work out why, you know, why you feel that this is wrong about you. Anyway, so I find that great. I don't know if I'm going to do the love letter, but I'm definitely going to I'm definitely going to make the list this week, or start it and keep it and keep adding to it, because I think
Barbara?
that's very valuable. Thank you.
Barbara, if you don't want to do the love letter, my challenge to you is write what you love about other people.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what's coming. So at the end of it, it's like you said, as you read the book, you could realize that you are actually everyone, a reflection of everyone around you, and they're a reflection of you. But you I want to say associated, or it was easy for you to accept, okay, the irritation in them is also irritation in me. But my challenge is, if you can't write a love letter about yourself, then write what you love about others. Because inherently, that is what you love within yourself. It's in there as well. You just haven't acknowledged it. So if it's difficult to write it about yourself, write it about others. And then just test it. Just test it for the truth. Do I have this within me? Or, no, it's like, I have this within me. Where's the resistance of accepting that I have this?
Okay. All right. I'll do that.
Thank you.
Okay.
Love it when a challenge is accepted. Okay. You ready for the guided meditation? Anybody still wants to say anything? All good? Go. Welcome to today's guided meditation, new moon meditation, manifesting meditation. Want you just to close your eyes, breathing in deeply and exhaling fully. With each in breath, taking in the consciousness and awareness that's available to you now. And with each out breath, release all that no longer serves you, in order for you to be shining lighter and lighter, brighter and brighter. And just allow this tone, this vibration, this frequency to go in, through and around your body as you just relax. Becoming more and more at peace, more and more at ease. Slow, deep in breaths. Expand your lower abdomen as you breathe in. And contract your lower abdomen as you breathe out. Relaxing, relaxing, relaxing. I want you now to visualize yourself stepping into the most beautiful garden, forest area. Seeing the different greens, the flowers, the birds, the butterflies. Just absorbing this beautiful nature setting, feeling its peace, feeling its serenity. Feeling the beautiful energies within it. And absorbing it within your entire being. I want you now to follow the pathway to your sanctuary, the place that you hold sacred, where you like to connect. And as you sit down in your sacred space, want you just to feel yourself now absorbing your environment, the high energy and frequency that resides here. Become aware of how your energy meets the energy of your environment. In a beautiful symbiotic relationship. It fitting you and you fitting it. Allowing yourself now to open up your heart and open up your being. And for a moment, I want you just to become aware of your energy. Feel and sense how your energy feels. And if there's any tweaking or changing that you need to do to align it with the peaceful, loving, sacred energies that surround you, just breathe it in and aligning yourself to that. As the first message of the angels that they've given us is now to ground this, our beautiful energy, our beautiful column of light, who we are at our core. I want you to visualize a grounding cord from the base of your spine that is rooted within your heart, connecting it now down, 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 through the layers of the sand, the stones, the crystal, to the sun within the earth, connecting it to Mother Earth's energy, her core energy. Bring that energy up, connecting it now with the sun within your heart. Taking it up through your spinal column, up through your crown chakra, and connecting the sun within your heart now to our sun. Then connecting it to the central sun. Now connecting it to the great central sun, the source of all that is. And just visualize all those suns now aligning with one another, being in perfect alignment, being in perfect connection. Allowing the energies to flow up and down and through you as you are this column of light. And again, your team of light your guardian angels, your highest teachers and guides, the team of light that is always working with you, helping you on your journey here on earth. Asking that they help you illuminate all the good that you have within you, all that you are, to reflect that back at you so that you can become aware of your self-love, your self-worth, your self-knowledge, your self-appreciation, all those aspects that you need to start appreciating about yourself in who you truly are. Whatever you think others have, what you don't, start recognizing that that is within you. Start recognizing your own gifts and abilities. Allowing yourself to recalibrate yourself and realign yourself to your highest and greatest purpose and highest destiny timelines and outcomes for yourself. You are now presented with a number of floating lanterns, but they are not lit. I want you now to focus on your pure intent. What is it what energy would you like to put out into the universe? What is it that your heart desires? What is it that you would like to manifest? And with your intent, I want you to light this floating lantern. Let the light within your heart ignite that and see it float away. There is as many lanterns as you need for your intentions. I want you just to do this exercise for the next few minutes. Focus on your intent. Focus on what you want more of. Focus on what you would like to manifest in this powerful new moon energies. What feelings and vibrations are they at? And ignite those feelings within you. Be vibrating, aligning your vibrational frequency now to that. Do the energy work now. Asking that your team of light assist you with showering with you with the rays, the sacred geometries, the colors, the sound, the sonic vibrations to help you shift into that frequency, into that vibration, to be a vibrational match of it. Become aware of the affirmations that naturally spring into your mind, that is aligned with it all, that sums it up. Energy that you can embrace, energy that you know that you are. I am. See all those floating lanterns just going up, 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 higher and higher. Knowing that all that is meant for you will meet you on your physical reality. Release any control patterns. Just really surrender it all freely unto Spirit. Let it go, set it free, let it be. And restore joy within your heart, joy within your mind, joy within your life. Allowing your self-love to encase you and to give you a gentle hug. Play with your energy. Be creative with your energy. Be more selective of where you place your energy. Be more selective on what you focus your attention on. For you can create heaven on earth for yourself. You choose to look through those lenses. See it from that perspective. That vantage point is always available for you. See all that you are grateful for currently in your life, all the blessings that you sometimes just take for granted. Truly feel the gratitude. Then expanding your awareness and your vantage point now to the whole forest area. Expand your energy and your vantage point to include the sun and all the stars in our solar system. The influence it has on us and our influence that we have on it. Expand your energy and your awareness now to the central sun. Expand your energy and your awareness now to the great central sun and all that is. And your interconnectedness with everything. And then bringing the attention and awareness back into yourself, into your heart. And for a moment, just sit in the stillness of your heart. Just sit in the vibration of love. Peace, joy, harmony. Knowing that all is well in your world. All that you are looking for is looking for you. Regain your childlike innocence, adventurous nature. In meeting it. Along your pathway. Having placed it within the divine mystery, allowing it to unfold in a beautiful way. Get up from your sacred space and wander through your forest area. Breathe in the freshness. Breathe in the magic. Breathe in the beauty. Carry all those wonderful feel-good feelings within your heart. You venture gently back into your body through your crown chakra. And connect with your body. Feel your body. And then I want you just to visualize a beautiful diamond light, bubble of light coming in all around you. See this diamond light coming down the front of your body, the back of your body, the left side and the right side of your body, and gently tap beneath your feet. Just grounding this beautiful diamond bubble of light within the core of Mother Earth, wrap it around a big rose quartz cluster. Feel the love and support of Mother Earth for your vibration having come here to express itself. Feel the support for you on Earth coming back up your grounding cord and into your diamond bubble of light. One more deep breath in your heart. And then slowly rotate your hands, rotate your feet, stretch to make sure that you're properly back into your body. And when you are, you may open your eyes. And then I would love to hear what you've experienced, seen or felt or got from your meditation. Those who would like to share.
I've got a message from Spirit for all of you. They are deeply grateful for all that you people are doing for humanity.
Including you.
That's for all of them. Just no.
Thank you, Beryl. Thank you. Okay. Anybody else who would like to share what they experience in meditation? Barbara?
Yes, I thought it was a beautiful meditation. I loved the concept of the lanterns. You know, the concept of setting the intent and letting go of it, knowing that the outcome will be what you intend it to be. So you're letting go of it. You just set the intent and let it. I love that concept. It was very peaceful. I found myself sitting on top of a thorn tree though.
Of all the sacred spaces, woman, what were you thinking?
I was sort of drifting off, and the next thing I was on top of this thorn tree with birds. It was quite weird.
Okay.
Lovely. Thank
There's
you.
the first time for everything. I've never heard someone say in a meditation they went and sat on the top of a thorn tree.
Anyway, thank you very much. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you. So I see Mickey said, let's just see her quickly. Thank you. She's thanking Beryl for the message. I'll pass it on. And yes. Wonderful. Okay. Thank you, Mickey. And Nikki? All good? Are you at peace? Okay. Okay. May you all have a blessed week and follow through on your love letters or what you love about other people, be it or whatever you choose to. But just keep your focus as long as possible on the energy that you would like to experience more of. Even if it's just the peace of mind that all will be okay, that everything's going to work out, that everything, all your commitments will be honored, all things will work out, and when you get those inspired thoughts of taking action, even if it's just a little step, take those actions when it's possible. And I look forward in touching base with you next week again. I think next week is still on. just the last Sunday that there won't be any satsang, but next week there will definitely be. Alrighty. Lots of love to you all, and
Thanks,
lots of peace and
Fiona.
lots of blessings.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, bye. Bye.
Bye. Bye.